welcome. I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today with Jenifer Lavoie. She's from Lavoie Color and Design, and we're going to talk about colors and basically what Jenifer does for a living. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know she might look familiar too because she's with the Humane Society as well. So if she looks a familiar face, she is. So tell us about your business. Good morning.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
My business is Lavoie Color and Design, and I'm a colorist, so I go into people's homes and I help them with color, space planning, wallpaper, window treatments.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's great. And you love what you do, obviously.
I do love what I do.
So how long have you been doing this?
18 years.
Oh, wow. So you know what you're doing.
I hope so. My clients believe I do, so that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so with colors, we know that it's not like seasons, but kind of, like as far as I know, a lot of times I'll go into new home designs to kind of see what the latest colors and stuff like that. But you're on the cutting edge of, what's in. You keep up with all that, just like the interior design. Obviously, you are interior design.
So a lot of interior designers will use a color consultant for their wallpaper, window treatment, and color.
Right.
A full-on, interior designer who has a 4-year education is looking to do the interior design.
Right.
And that is a whole profession.
Right.
But as a color consultant, I go in, I help a lot of homeowners pick their colors. They've maybe gone to the cabinet shop and they're renovating their kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
They want to know what to do for their countertops now that they have new cabinets on order.
Right.
They'll talk about what they've ordered for appliances. And then all of a sudden, everyone gets the deer in the headlights. What do we do for the color?
Right.
Painter's coming.
Right.
I got to pick a color. I have to pick a color.
And you're like, that's where I come in.
So typically, I'm in a home for an hour. If it's simply color, 6 rooms, under 3,000 square feet, it's typically an hour. People will say, how do I, pick all these colors from the fan deck? And why does it...
Fling it around that way so the camera can kind of see how many. Yeah, see that?
There's a lot.
Talk about confusing. Yeah.
It is, and people don't really know where to go. And a lot of people will start and say, well, I really like this color. Well, that's the last color that you should put on your wall.
Right.
Because then you're done with it.
Right.
So, if you are looking right now, as well as open floor concepts.
You're right, are very popular. Yeah.
So, 15, 20 years ago, when a lot of people who are renovating now or retiring or, doing an open concept, the last time that they did a floor plan, it was very compartmentalized.
Right.
There was a family room and a formal living room.
Right.
And a dining room that
Exactly.
people dined in.
Right.
Maybe 6 times a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is so open.
Yeah.
You want to have a flow of color. And you don't want it to be a hard break.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about a carry color, which is usually what will flow, and then do some accents.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with the flooring too. A lot of times, I know you're awesome at picking the flooring colors. I saw the pictures and stuff that we have a year too. So a lot of times people will get stuck and they'll have a smaller house, and like it used to be that they had one color in one room, one color in another room. And they chopped it up. And of course, obviously, I'm sure you're good at that. And I saw by your pictures, you're excellent at it. Is if you have one color on the flooring and you have a smaller home, it opens up the home.
Certainly.
Yeah. And the same thing with the wall covers, the wall coloring. If you have a different color in each room, you have a theme in each room. But you have to nail that theme then, especially if you're going for resale or, so like I had one, we were just under contract. It was one girl had a purple room, they had the boys' room was a blue room and then the pink room. And my buyers, of course, first thing we're doing is repainting this place,
Sure.
So.
Well, and you want to make it your own.
Right, exactly.
And the nice thing about the open concept is, so we've been on this open concept kick now for probably, 5 years? Would you say,
right,
maybe?
yeah.
So I feel like our clients are starting to bring back some space, an office space, a work from home space.
Right.
A lot of people have been home during COVID, so all of a sudden the open concepts.
Yeah, they want that office room. Yeah.
Like, oh, well, now we're going to have an office.
Right.
So that brings in accents.
Mm-hmm.
It brings in really deep, dark colors, the navies, the off blacks, super
Right.
popular.
Yeah.
And the
it's
rest
true.
of the house truly is white or greige,
Yeah.
We've been riding this gray wave for a long
Yeah,
time.
we have. Yeah.
But it really does bring in a lot of confusion. People get on House, they get on the internet, they
Yeah.
go to their local paint and decorating store and they look at wallpaper books, and then they're aggravated and upset because they can't make a decision.
Yeah.
And they kind of miss the opportunity to do an accent, if you will.
Right.
And that one accent really can make a very large space look fantastic.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah, I saw the samples that you had on the wallpapers and stuff like that. Just beautiful colors, like with you were saying the blues with the oranges, with the
Yes,
grays,
the
with
orange.
yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like a
Yeah, we
pop
did it.
of
We
color is
we
fun.
matched today by accident with our little orange on every. Yeah, so we're just trying to stay in fashion and in the
Yes.
design. Yeah, so a lot of times, with open concepts, so we have a lot of, I know because I know your business was based out of Connecticut, right? So we have a lot of like different floor plans in Florida, but we have that Florida home, which is like normally like a 79 to 19, like that, just a Florida home. Ceilings aren't real tall, and it had a wall right when you walk in. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of times a lot of people are seeing that wall is out. As long as it's not a supporting wall, the wall's out. The ceilings are now popcorn's down, and then it's open concept. I showed one yesterday in Magnolia Valley off of Massachusetts, and they had took out the wall, and they said something's different about this place. And I said, well, you can kind of see the imprint of where that wall was, and where they had fixed it, but because I'm that person's seen a million of them, so I'm like, the wall's right here, but the open floor plans are beautiful, and then they get the island in there too, and a lot
Yes.
of that's very popular too, right?
The islands are popular because you can put a banquette on the other side, and now all of a sudden you have floated seating.
Yeah.
And you don't need any walls. So,
Right.
and even when you open up the entryway of a home, when you take out that wall, that's a great place to float a piece of furniture.
Right.
And not a very tall piece, but you can see past it. And as long as you're standing up when you walk into a home and you can see at eye level, it really does create a very welcoming feeling.
Right.
And so then you can start to float furniture and islands. And
Right.
islands are fun.
Yeah, they're nice. That's great with a big piece of granite or
Yes,
quartz.
or-
Yeah.
And you have comfortable bar stools. There's a little bit of a lip, an overhang, 9 inches or so. But all of a sudden, you have a statement piece. You have another focal point in the room.
Right.
Maybe there's a fireplace. Maybe there's sliders that go out to the lanai, but it's not a straight view
Right.
from the front all the way through to the back.
Right. So tell me if I'm right on this, but if you walk in, if someone asks me for advice and I'm just a realtor, that's why we need you. But if I'm at the door and they say, do you think I should do this part in this color, this part in this color? And I'll say, if you can stand at the front door and look into and see, bam, that color and bam, that color and that color. So it's probably not unless we're going to shut all the
Correct.
doors, you know what I mean?
No, seriously, because you want what's nice about the hard surfaces that are out now, the quartz, the Caesar stones that aren't staining. You can put grapefruit on them.
Right.
Play cards, have cigar night, whatever it is. They're very user friendly. Those are your accents. If you can visually see all that color that you're talking about, you have a headache.
Yeah.
You wouldn't dress like that.
Right. Exactly.
And there are so many awesome textures. Grass cloth papers.
Yeah.
Faux grass cloth paper that looks very real for a high moisture area.
Right.
And, maybe you only have 6 feet of a wall and to the ceiling, but that denotes an area.
Right.
You can put a bar in front of it and
Right.
like our cocktails. And, if you have this open area with no walls,
Right.
you've got to section it off. And it gets very confusing.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
People will get in the middle of that, and I'll be texting or, I'll have done my color consultation, and they'll call and they'll say, I have to pick out knobs and drawer
I
pulls.
know. Yeah.
And the panic.
Down to the last.
What do
Yeah.
I do with the finishes? I
Yeah.
have, I really wanted to use some satin brass, but
Right.
it's going to be $8,000. I'm thinking we're probably not doing that.
Yeah,
this time
yeah.
around,
14 karat gold. We need 40.
it's interesting. And
Yeah.
people panic because it's those smaller details when at first the project was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that
They get
you run
excited
into it
at
with
first.
clients.
Yeah, I do. Exactly.
Like they're so excited,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
Burnout. They're definitely get burnout, you know.
and you could show them something great,
Yeah.
and they're burned out and they're not seeing it.
Yeah.
And you're like, but this is my job to show this to
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And that's really where I come in.
Yeah.
It's not, I've made a lot of great friends. My clients are lifers. That's their self-quote.
Yeah, that's nice. That's how you know you
so-
did a good job, you know.
I feel like that. I
Yeah,
do.
it's nice.
And some people, I have some spouses who will say, my spouse did what? They paid you $250 to come here today and you're only here for an hour? I'm an airline pilot. I don't
Yeah.
make,
Yeah.
but what they're not understanding is that hour of consultation can literally save you thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah, picking
It
the
saves
wrong colors.
arguments.
Yeah.
I have husband and wives who are polar opposites.
Mm-hmm.
The husband wants Masters Green in his office, and the wife is like,
Yeah, no, it's
No.
not happening.
no, we'll get you a shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're like marriage counselor / color specialist.
The
Yeah.
Peanuts hat with
Yeah.
the Lucy for
Yeah.
the advice 5.
Yeah. So, you know, when you were saying too about the down to the knobs and stuff, a lot of times people don't understand that too, that, you know, you have your sink, you have your faucet, and that color of that faucet normally needs to carry out with the color inside the house. If you've brushed, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So if you're going with that, then you're going to have to, you don't have to match them, but you don't want to have some chrome shiny knobs. You want to have the brushed nickel to match. You know, it's stuff like that where you're down to the last. And that's like the part that I want to say makes it like the package, because you have, you know, your light, is your light shiny sterling silver, and then your brush, you know, you want all that to coordinate.
Yes.
Unless you're trying to accent it with maybe black, or like you were saying, or something like that.
But people will do usually either the island hardware can be different.
Right.
Right. But your perimeter hardware is going to be the same. Or
Right.
Your pot filler will be, satin brass or hammered copper or something super cool. But it's a one piece and like a one and done.
Right. Yeah, I saw on that island that one picture you had had done the so people will have, just to kind of explain it to everybody who might not be familiar, but you can have a kitchen area with like you put the new kitchen in, it looked like maybe quartz countertops, and
Yes.
then all that matches, and then the middle island, a lot of times now they're doing like an accent color.
Correct.
The base unit is accent color. The sometimes the granite is a different color too, and sometimes and like I know a lot of times people think it looks like almost an afterthought, but when it's all brand new and it just pops, like you did send me that one picture on it. Was just awesome the way it looked with the.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a really good job. It just popped, and then your light fixtures. I was like, where did you get those light fixtures
are
from?
Super fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would say in the last, again, 5 to 8 years, a lot of great lighting stores have gone out of business.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Lighting, like many things,
Yeah.
it's very tactile. It's hard to open up a catalog and say, I like that. Like, you want to touch it. You want to see if it has crystal on it. Is it really shiny? Is it blingy? And there's an art to it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we don't always tell all of our secrets, but it's important because people will say, oh, I really love that, the chandelier, it's rectangular. Great. And, it could be $3,000, but maybe that's a splurge piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, they didn't
like you
go
said,
with-
accent, focal
Sure.
point, Yeah. We had, so a lot of times back, I would say like probably 10 years ago, a lot of people were with chandeliers, they're ripping them out and putting so you take a beautiful chandelier that now we know is worth between $3,000 to $10,000, and it would be for sale and on the grass. I would be selling someone's house in the front yard, this huge chandelier. Well, I blame it on the Kardashians that chandeliers are now back in. And so I had the chandelier in my front entryway. My husband, gave me so much slack. He's like, I hate that chandelier. So I took it to a chandelier place and so it was all gold and had the gaudy, old.
Teardrop.
Yeah, and it was, they were all aged. And so I had all that changed out and put the silver on it. And it looked like a brand new piece. It looked really, really nice. And then there was one, and I got it for free, and I literally there was one hanging there. It was like $4,000.
Right.
And so I was joking with him. I said I could put this on the marketplace on Facebook and sell it within like 5 minutes. So he goes, you wouldn't even get $300. So I put it on there just for kicks and said, okay, if I get $300 within a minute or two, then I'm not going to sell it. So then they were like, where are you located? So then I took it off. And then, like I said, I went, took it to a chandelier shop, got it all redone. And when people walk in, they're like, whoa, I mean, it's a beautiful chandelier, you know, and you can't, I mean, I feel like they're pieces of artwork, you know.
They are. And
yeah.
that's the thing, you know, you talk about the island, the chandelier, the accent wall, like those are pieces that are not going to break the bank necessarily.
Right.
That give you, like we always say, like it's just that pop of glam.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit flirty, it's sassy, but your whole house isn't, you know, glitz and glam.
Right, right.
And it makes it, you know, about 4 or 5 years ago, we started doing the whole modern rustic. Like, what is that? Right?
Yeah.
You know, so, and there's a difference between modern and contemporary.
Right.
Where contemporary is contemporary.
Right.
Modern is you took a little from contemporary, but you still like your farmhouse. Now you have an open concept. There's a pool in the backyard.
Yeah.
There's these, you know, sliders that are melting into each other. And now it's modern rustic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a fun, glammy chandelier.
Yeah, that's that pretty much describes my house. That's pretty much.
It's awesome.
I got like the brick wall, or you know, the slate wall. Then I got a chandelier, and I got like the, you know, the wood tile. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, and then the pool. You know what I mean? It's like the same. But like I like it like that as far as because it suits Florida. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that.
And you know, like we were saying before, because there are so many choices, right? People say, I want a wood look, but here you do need a tile.
Right.
And there are many choices, but some of them have brown undertones. Some of them have red undertones.
Right.
And if you go to the flooring store and you say, I want something that's neutral, but really you needed something that had more of a red undertone to it in the brown, because you still have to choose a wall color and you haven't.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh yeah, I'm just going to pick that. And you put one with the other and they look terrible.
Yeah.
And you panic.
Right. Yeah, because, I mean, the colors, they don't understand that. Sometimes you'll put, it'll even be almost like a, you know, you put a beige and it turns like a red. It looks like you're putting pink on the walls.
Correct.
And they don't understand that the colors pull from each other, you know. Until you're there with all these colors like you have here, you know, all the colors, and you got them all thrown, and then it gets confusing, you know.
It is confusing. And I did bring, like, this is a Benmore Gentle Whites catalog, but people will say, I just want to paint it white.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
how many different types of white are
when
there?
there's, you know, at least 15.
Here, hold up higher. Like, these are all the whites. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, you can't even see.
Right?
It just literally looks white. Yeah.
But people will say it's white.
Yeah. I mean, literally, it's all different. Yeah, with all different undertones. So thanks for coming in, and we're gonna come back in a couple seconds, and we're gonna discuss this more, and maybe even pull up some more of the pictures some of the before and after pictures. So everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Jessie Walters from Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today with Jenifer Lavoie. She's from Lavoie Color and Design, and we're talking about just different colors and accent walls and just different things like that. Her specialty is coming in and helping you with color consultation. So we're talking about that, and it's pretty interesting actually, because unlike a designer, you can come in, like you said, in an hour and just kind of say that goes, you know, and help them out. So that's awesome.
The power of making a choice and delegation when people are not sure, like a lot of times people will get themselves 85% of the way to the project, and then like we were saying, they panic.
Yeah.
Because when you pull it all together, excuse me, when you pull it all together, it really needs to have that wow factor.
Right.
Or just be simply understated and beautiful.
Yeah.
And that doesn't come so easy.
Yeah. When
Right.
you're so easy to get along with and stuff. So I think a lot of people get amped up at that end process. They're stressed. They're at the end. Or, I mean, it would be probably more, I mean, I want to say awesome for you if they called you in the beginning, because then you don't have a mess to figure out either.
But honestly, my specialty is the ninth
finishing
inning,
it. Yeah.
when
Oh,
they're
that's
in
good
panic
to
mode.
know. Yeah.
And like people will say, you know, I thought about having you in, but we wanted to do it ourselves, and now we're stuck.
Yeah.
And we finish it off, and it's fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So we were talking about paint colors. I know we were just talking about the whites, which I said they said they're whites, but literally you can't even see. They all look the same. But in person, they all look different. Some look like you can kind of see if I do like the wave with it.
Right.
But some of them have the yellow undertone, the green undertone. So if you say, well, we have like you said, a white baseboard, our doors are white. Which white is it? You know?
Right. And it's important because a lot of the open concepts you want a white trim and a white wall.
Right.
And so then maybe you play around with the sheen, whether
that's
the
what I was
trim
going to
has
say.
some shine.
Right. What do you think on the baseboards and stuff like that?
Typically we use a semi-gloss if you're looking for a bit of bling, like on an island, and that is woodwork. It's really sweet when you do it in a high gloss.
Right.
This is a high gloss catalog, and you can see
on the doors.
shine.
Right.
So doors, islands.
Yeah. What
super
about
fun.
interior doors? Do you suggest that? I know it's easier if you have kids to get the stuff off.
Typically a satin finish.
Satin, yeah, that's usually what I
You don't
use.
want it to be too shiny.
Yeah.
But you don't want it to mar.
Right.
When the vacuum hits it, or an ice cream or a popsicle, or
Yeah. Exactly.
nobody wants to be cleaning up all of that.
Yeah, so it's satin, you have a little bit of a shine to it, and then they wipes
But you
down
have
pretty easy.
washability.
Yeah.
And, one thing is interesting is that people will say, I'm so glad that I brought you in because I only want to do this once.
Right.
People have things to do.
Yeah, they don't
And you
have time
don't want
to.
to be repainting your home all of the time.
Right.
People will say, I painted that powder room 3 times.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to do a weekend, repaint.
Right.
You go, you pick a color, you paint it by yourself, and you hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
6 months later, you're painting it again.
I can't say that hasn't helped too. I even have a friend who if she's watching this she'll laugh, but I kept saying painting's easy. It's not that hard. It's not that hard unless you paint it the wrong color. The bathroom, you can spend hours in there like cutting in and all that. But if you paint it one time, then it's fun. You get it done. But if you paint it the wrong color and then have to repaint it so that's what it turned into. I don't know how many paints of coat coats of paint are in her mom's bathroom by the time we were done. But yeah, there was a lot on the wall. And now she's like, I'm a professional painter. I'm like, So yeah, but it took a little bit at first. But yeah, it was so, because teals were like bright teals were in, and then the teals went out, and I know yellows were in. I mean, I go in to houses all the time, and I have this one customer, you'll laugh at this. Her name's Lorraine, and she's like, just an awesome lady. The people that shoot this, John, we went to her house and we did an actual open house there and went through and if you meet her, you just love Lorraine. She's just awesome. Well, her house is this beautiful kitchen. It's white, and it was the house I want to say is 1997. But I told Lorraine, I said, your house is so pristine and kept so well that literally it was in style in 1997. It went out of style, but now guess what? It's back in style because you have all these white cabinets, which are in style.
Sure.
We just changed the hardware on them and you're set. And then the backsplash was a light blue, which is back in style.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She goes, really, Jessie? I said, yeah, really. So
You're like, you just saved yourself that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, and we can eat off the floor, your blue floor in the bathroom, so we're all good. So I'm selling the house next week, but it's under contract, like that. And I told her you'll have no problem selling it because everybody will see that too. And she, she sold, for above asking price. So it was, it was awesome. Yeah. So it was good. It was a nice story. Good,
Well,
thing.
when you have good structure, whether it's renovation or from the ground up, and when you do it correctly, you can tweak a couple of things along the way, but you really can get a couple of decades out of it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, she did. I mean, plus, I think she she seems so mellow and stuff, but maybe she's secretly OCD because I'm like, you could eat off the floors, like when a house is pristine like that and the paint is perfect, whether it's your color paint or not too. If it's just plain, then, for me, for resale, it's better to have a plain beige or white on the wall, or gray, like you're saying, is really, but if I have, gray is perfect, but if I have just a white wall and it's perfect paint wise for resale, it's better than having, like we were saying,
Absolutely.
purple and pink and blues and yellows
Those
and
compartmentalized colors. And
Yeah.
I work with realtors and they'll say, I'm super busy. I need you to go in. Please help my team. And these are the clients that you're going to go see. So we go in and we make it simple because
Yeah.
homeowners don't want to get rid of the pink that they grew their baby girl.
Yeah,
up.
I
And you're like,
know.
oh, but how long is the house going to be on the market? And do I really have to repaint? And
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
And then we prepare some clients who will say, we're going to move in 5 years and we want to do our repainting now so that they enjoy their upgrades.
Yeah.
Because once people start to paint and they like it, they're like, oh, I love my house.
Yeah, let's not move.
No. You got to sell this
Yeah.
house. So-
Yeah, you're going to ruin my job. No, like kidding. No, I'm always like, if you guys change your mind, that's fine, so that's good. So I think we have some pictures we're going to throw up there soon about some of the stuff that you've done and everything too. And
Sure.
we talked about the colors and stuff. So tell me about the colors. I know you brought some. Oh, here, wait a minute. Tell me about this picture first.
So this is a before picture in a kitchen. The yellow stained cabinets.
Yeah.
The doorway into the family room.
Mm-hmm.
Again before.
Right.
So in this, we redid the island. We made the island.
Yes, for the bar stools and stuff, right?
Yep.
brought it out?
This is still before.
Okay.
But the island is thinner and about 3 feet longer.
That's the what I was saying. Is that what there was the accent island? Did you paint that the different color, or is that the before on that one?
That's before.
Oh, okay. That's what I was talking about. How they do the accent, which it looks a different color. It might not be. It might be just because of the picture. So that one's the before, and which is a pretty kitchen. It's open and stuff. And then you ripped it out.
We ripped it all out.
It's a sad day.
We also ripped out the built-ins from the living room and took them on the other side. So that's shiplap in there.
Oh, okay.
And then we just put those two walls have textured wallpaper.
Yeah, that looks good. I didn't know if it was wood or not. Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
that's the living room looking
That looks
into
nice.
the kitchen.
Yeah. That looks great.
It was great. We redid the fireplace in there. So those built-ins that are on the end used to be on the other end of that room.
Oh, okay. Looks nice.
On the kitchen side.
Oh, yeah. And look at that kitchen.
And then there's the new kitchen.
Wow. Looks beautiful.
And it's funny, before we were talking about the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And so shapes, right?
Yeah.
Those are pretty simple, but there's a rectangular over the eating area.
Mm-hmm.
And then the globes over the island.
Nice.
And very simple.
Yeah.
Dark island, satin brass on the island, all new quartz.
Yeah, the quartz is
white
nice.
satin finish cabinets. The pot filler in there is a different color.
Okay.
I forget. I think it's a hammered finish, but
Oh, nice. Yeah, you did a beautiful job. Wow, it's beautiful. Yeah, I like
but
that.
it looks like a completely different space.
Oh, yeah. I bet you they were happy.
Very.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, and that's the color that's very popular is that gray color right now.
Mhm.
And it's starting to switch to really white. I mean, the white cabinets are very popular right now, too. And
It's
it was,
nice. White is so clean,
yeah.
and it's easy to accent,
Yeah, true.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This
There's
is
a
a
piece
fun
of wall-
project. This is dragonfly wallpaper.
Okay.
And then the ceiling, we took the color. This is just a before office room, just a before and after. But
Yeah, with the
wallpaper,
color.
we took the background color and put it on the ceiling and did a high gloss
Oh, wow.
in that powder room.
Oh,
So that was fun.
nice.
There's some stairs, and they need a runner.
Yeah, those are beautiful stairs. All in
And we
natural
worked
wood.
hard on that color.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
And then this is actually an indoor-outdoor high traffic material.
Oh, okay.
So
The
and
polyurethane.
this kitchen used to be yellow as well. We ripped that out, and those are the My
Your
watch.
samples.
That's funny. This is a dining
There's a chandelier.
room.
I see a chandelier.
Yes. This is
I
the primer for the wallpaper.
Okay.
We did a navy grass cloth, which is what that
Nice.
is in there.
Yeah, that's pretty.
This is a before exterior, yellow, and that's the after.
Oh, wow, nice.
And it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it looks newer, right?
Like there's nothing changed except
Yeah.
for the color of the outside of that house.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
shutters are all the same. The front door was the same.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
So this is the before of that room.
Right, of the
and this
same
is the
room.
before
Oh,
of the
okay.
fireplace.
Gotcha. The one we just saw, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, that was amazing that, and then you switch the sides. And then there's like the breakdown of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only thing is the dust when you're getting stuff done. You know what I mean?
Plastic and Ziploc
Yeah.
are everybody's favorite
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I know, and you don't realize how much dust comes, and people say, there's not that much dust. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. To the point where you're painting and you're like, getting dust in the
like gummy.
Yeah. Yeah, your feet, you're like, I'll just put my socks on. There's no sense in wearing bare feet in your own house and feet are black. Yeah, I've lived in a lot of doing renovations while you're living there and stuff.
And that's difficult.
Yeah, it is very hard.
It's funny, like you'll say, oh, we're going to demo this, but we have an extra bathroom and we have this.
Right.
And then it's the laundry room.
Yeah.
Then it's the kitchen and you go, oh, I'm doing dishes in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your appliances are 12 weeks late.
Yeah.
And you're very angry. And you all of a sudden gained 10 pounds because you're eating out.
Yeah,
all
every
the
day.
time.
Yeah.
And where you used to say, make sure you put your dish in the dishwasher, you're like, get out of the kitchen. It's being renovated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're doing dishes in the tub. And
Yes.
we did that. So we have a grill. We would grill out on the,
Sure.
on the back porch. And then we had doing dishes in the tub. And, because there's no sink, things you take for granted, know.
Yes.
And like you were saying on the appliances right now, if you do have to go get appliances in your work and stuff, the main stores, I won't name them, but we know who they are. They'll let you order the appliances, and then you'll get a email about 2 days later saying how late that they're going to be. So they'll say, this is your delivery date, and you get all excited. Oh, yeah, that will work for me. And then you get the email that says, they're going to be like two more months or, so everything they said because of COVID is back ordered.
Right. And so that's also another, so when I come in for a consultation, sometimes people will say, okay, my furniture's not coming, my appliances aren't coming. This is a sample and we went with quartz. So you know that quartz, the color is going to be the same from the sample.
Right.
So then all of a sudden you're jumping to the paint color because the countertops are not going in before the appliances are there.
Right.
They're not going to template. So all of a sudden you have to choose color with your
Nothing
kitchen.
in. Yeah, nothing
not
in.
put together at all.
Right.
And so that becomes kind of, we bring everybody back to their happy place.
Yeah.
Because you can have forward progress.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can have forward progress, it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Because you don't see what's happening, but you know that you've checked off those boxes.
Right.
And that it's going to be okay.
Right.
And really, like for me, my business is a huge trust business.
Mm-hmm.
It's whether you are referring someone, it's hard to advertise, I think.
Yeah.
It's all word of mouth.
Right.
So,
Well, I think your sale is when the neighbors or the friends go into
Sure.
their house and say, oh my gosh, this looks amazing. And if you have an honest person, because I think sometimes, it's almost embarrassing that you couldn't pick your own colors. You know what I mean?
well, sure, but I feel like a lot of people have run into that.
Yeah.
Where they're like, we did a lot, but we had Jenifer come in and she just cleaned it up.
Yeah.
And that's literally like what they'll say because they do want to take credit for their great-grandmother's secretary piece that they love.
Right.
Or, a photo collection on a wall where that's their baby and it was their idea.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
didn't do anything else in the house and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's their home. And if they're, you just need a little bit of help,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
If your tooth hurt, you wouldn't take care of it by yourself.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah, true. Yeah, and you're like, and that's where I come in. So
it is.
Yeah, so we were talking about the different people you work with and stuff. So tell me about the different.
Here in Florida, I feel like, there are the box stores and
Right.
everybody uses those. And, there's a lot of different paint companies and they have paint and primers together. And paint has
I
really
love
come a
paint
long way.
and primer together is my favorite.
Right?
Yeah.
It makes the job a lot easier.
Yeah. One ply instead of, 10, if you depend on what color your room is
Yes.
prior.
Well, and probably 15 years ago, there was a clothing designer who came out with a paint line, and Ralph had a very lovely red.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, 6 coats of this.
Yeah.
And then they had to prime to paint over
Yeah.
it the next time, right? But
I have a teenager, her room was black, so she's like, I really like it this color. And then one day she was like, I don't think I like it this color. I think COVID was like depressing.
Sure.
So we
Right.
like, that's okay, we'll just paint over it. Then I was like, oh my gosh. After like
Right.
it took us like 3 coats to go over it, and we had primer in it. I won't mention which store, but it was
Right.
like, going over it and over it.
But to have a professional that has a paint background in there to help you with the color and also with the products, depending
Right.
on what you're going to use or what your painter is going to use. I am also well versed with many of the companies. What is kind of cool is, some of the companies have a complex neutrals collection, and we can talk about that, until the cows come home. But
Right.
it's just, there are colors that are made with 5 or more pigments.
Okay.
So you have nice depth. And it's cool to use them in specialized areas. Not necessarily all over the home, but
Okay.
it does help to have
Yeah, to warm it.
tools
Yeah,
in
and
your
depending
color
on,
tools.
and if you walk into a house that's too bright, or you walk into a house that's too dark,
Yeah.
or and a lot of people don't even see that. They live in the house.
Sure.
So when you get a person who is just walking in non-biased, you can see more too.
Yes.
Like you can see, I have one for sale right now, and she's like, my house, her house is beautiful, but she's like, my house isn't dark. But a lot of times she has the tint on the back, and she didn't turn the lights on. So I'm like, turn all the lights on,
Sure.
because you just get used to it, So it was great having you today.
Thank you
and
so much.
No problem. I know you're going to stick around because we got the Humane Society coming, and you're
yes.
part of that. So
Thank you.
yeah, so thank you. If anyone needs any color consult, Jenifer would be glad to help you. And stick around because we got the Humane Society coming right now. Hi, I'm Jessie Walters with Charles Rutenberg. I'm here today with Jenifer and Susie and Cisco from the Humane Society. Cisco is our star today, and actually he's really relaxed now, so he's ready and just pretty much ready to go for adoption, right? He's up, and so tell me about him. Tell me some information on him. Do you guys?
So Cisco is 5.5 years old, so he's a little bit more mature. He is 44 pounds, and he's housebroken.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So he is a Catahoula mix. And so the Catahoula breed, sometimes they're called Catahoula leopard dogs, and sometimes they're called Catahoula hounds. They're named for, they call a parish in Louisiana, like a county.
Okay.
And they originally came from, they're a mix of all kinds of other breeds from Europe, and they brought them over, and they all bred. And the Native Americans used an earlier version of them as a hunting dog.
Okay, and so he's, and yeah, I was going to say, I've seen a lot of them for hunting dogs.
Yes.
Some friends of mine always lose theirs while they're hunting. And then they're like, if anyone sees them, and then they come back. But they go by scent a lot. This breed, I think, right?
Yep, and
That's
he's so the good news is because he is more mature, is that this breed tends to be a little bit high energy, but he's very mellow.
Oh yeah,
and he's very smart. So we were out walking and we had some trouble pulling, and after just a few corrections, he just good boy and stopping when he pulled me. He was walking really nice on the leash. So
good.
He's a very smart guy.
And you said he's potty trained?
He is housebroken.
Good. good. And so, and I know he knows, I don't know if he'll do it right now. Sit. Here, let me see if I do it this way. Okay. Shh. Cisco, sit. Sit. Sit.
I like it when Susie asks me to.
Sit.
He's going to do it. There he goes.
Good boy.
Shake. Oh, yeah, this one. The other one. Oh,
Other
I know.
paw.
Shake. This one. He's like, can I just have it? Here, okay, okay. Whatever you want. Okay? Whatever you want. Good job. He's a good boy. So he sits, he shakes, both hands, I mean, both paws, sorry. I made him into a person.
No worries.
Yeah. He sits, he shakes. So,
He's pretty low maintenance. You know, I know we've been on a few times, and
Yeah.
sometimes they're jumping around,
Yeah.
and they're in the chair, and they're on the floor, and
exactly. Yeah, he's pretty mellow.
he's pretty mellow.
So what, do we know where we got him? Like, do you guys know the story on him, where he came from? Was he surrender? Was he animal control? Or do we know any
He
of that?
came from animal control.
He did? Okay.
I do believe that he was a surrender.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, not a whole lot.
Okay, yeah. He seems like he just seems really smart. He's a little shy right now because he's like, where am I at right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he mellows out, we did have a cute stuffed porcupine that we brought with us, but
Yeah.
as he relaxed with me, he decided that he would rip that one up. So
Yeah.
it did not survive.
Yeah. So he would be good for if you like just like a companion type dog,
Yeah.
as far as he looks like he would like cuddles, you know, maybe some light walks. Not really super high energy. He's pretty mellow.
No,
you
and
know?
he's pretty treat selective as well. I saw him on Saturday at the shelter, and
is that?
he prefers a softer treat. He wasn't really going for like the crunchy cookies.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, "You're a pretty low maintenance guy."
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, so so a lot of times I know a lot of people right now, we were talking about, you know, we always talk about the COVID situation. People will surrender their animals, and you know, he came from animal control, but if you have a dog who you're thinking you have to go into a smaller housing, or no dogs are allowed, or you have to move on with family, the Humane Society is taking,
Yes.
you know, is taking surrenders. And unlike some places, I know that you don't have to actually have, you know, them up to date on shots. You guys can help with that, or neutered or spayed. Because I know some of the places, I won't go into which ones, but if you go to, you know, to surrender your dog has to be up to date on shots. Dog has to be neutered or spayed. You know, you have to have that a plan, you know. Whereas in Humane Society, will make sure he or she gets a good home too, which is nice.
I think
So-
what's important is that, you know, when people are, obviously this is a lifetime commitment,
Right.
and certain things will happen. You can
It's like
fall
what you-
ill, or
Yeah.
you know, for me, I've moved when I couldn't have my dogs where I was.
Yeah.
They weren't going anywhere. I moved, and they came with, right?
Right.
But
Sometimes
that's
it's
not
not
the case for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, you have to make it accessible for them.
Right.
You know, people are having a stressful day or a stressful time, and you know, finances are difficult, and what do they do with their animals? So
Yeah.
you know, we do try to have, you know, as open of a policy as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which
And with the cats
unfortunately-
too.
Sometimes doesn't make for a whole lot of information on the pet.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
You're
but he
sweet.
seems, yeah.
You're very sweet. Do you want to
Yeah, he's loosened up now. Oh, yeah, he's like, okay.
Oh, so speaking of loosening up, that's one thing that I don't think people realize. Like, they
phone.
take a dog home, and
That's
sometimes we
cookies.
get people return them in 24 and 48 hours. The dog is not even relaxed.
Those
So
are-
there's kind
Yeah.
of a thing where it's 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months.
Yeah, I saw
So-
that. We have that. We can put that up too.
Yep.
So for information and stuff. So tell me about that.
So the 3 days, it's normally, that's how long it takes a dog to kind of relax, and you get to see a little bit of their actual personality. So they kind of just breathe and realize that maybe this is kind of semi-permanent, right?
Right.
3 weeks is when they realize that they're not really leaving, right?
Oh,
And so
okay.
it takes them a while to adjust to your schedule. And if at all, you can take time off when you adopt a dog and spend extra time to kind of just help them and not go away as much, just to
Yeah.
help them get used to their environment. And then 3 months is when they kind of sigh and they know they're home.
Right.
Like this,
Yeah.
So you
They're not
won't
going
really
anywhere.
see their personality in 24 to 48 hours.
Right. And can you imagine you've lived with someone for 5 years and all of a sudden you wake up and they're not there? I mean, you know what I mean? I know people, because they're animals, people think, well, it's not the same. But I mean, they're used to that person. You know, that was their person. And now there's someone new. And so, you know, they are freaked out and stuff. So,
And
you know.
dogs do have emotions. They do
Yeah.
grieve.
Right.
Right.
Dogs live in the moment, but that doesn't mean that they forgot what happened 5 minutes ago.
Right.
Right. So
Good boy, that's
it's
why.
definitely a process.
Good boy.
And I think what's cool is that, like, he would almost be a great dog to go into a nursing home. Like, if you had...
Oh, a
Oh,
volunteer
yeah.
dog?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, he
volunteer
would.
dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. You would.
Because he has a fine frame. Right?
He likes dog massages.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
And if you do a dog massage, just relaxes them for the 3 days. Do this for 3 minutes. You should add that.
That's right,
So
3
it's 3
minutes.
days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So it'd be 3 minutes dog massage.
He really
He's like, I do like that
He's
actually.
very photogenic too.
Yeah,
He's like, everybody look at me. Like, look how cute I am. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like looking straight into the camera.
That's
We've had
funny.
a couple like that, you know? So if you like selfies and you're looking for a dog for selfies, this is the perfect dog.
Yes.
Yeah, so here we go, Cisco, my new best friend, which he is. He's on my feet now. He's all cuddly. He's like, you're going to give me attention. I'm going to do whatever you say.
And I feel like he's so cuter in person than that picture.
Yeah, because he's got
you
the
know,
little pink on his nose and everything, too. It looks like a little Batman sign, little pink there. So cute. He's like, oh, he's a... Yeah, so now we always talk about, too, not to reiterate the whole thing again, but we always talk about your wish list, Amazon wish list, and what you guys need over there. I know last time you needed cat food. You guys were okay on the
Cisco.
cat litter. But the Amazon wish list, I think, has a lot of stuff with the harnesses you like.
Yes, and
the
that's a martingale collar that he has on.
Okay.
the purple, yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks good in purple.
Yeah,
He does.
you look nice.
It's royalty.
Yeah, he's like, what are you guys doing? Maybe he's getting
cookie?
camera shy now.
How about a cookie?
See the Batman?
Oh,
See, you think I'm
yeah.
making that up.
Hilarious.
He's like, I'll do.
Oh
He's
my
shaking.
Gosh, you do have a Batman. That's funny.
And he is really, the other thing I really noticed about him, he's so soft. And we
Yeah,
did
he
just have a
is.
mobile groomer come out yesterday, but his fur, he's just like silky soft.
Yeah, he is really soft, like puppy fur.
One of our adopters who adopted Manny. Manny was on your
Yeah.
show. The woman who adopted Manny paid for a mobile grooming service to come in.
Oh, that's nice for everybody to get groomed up.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and you know the mobile grooms we were talking about when we were just talking about appliances and stuff. It's so funny. In real estate world, appliances are back ordered, surveys are back ordered, appraisals are back ordered. But and you're like with the mobile grooming, they're literally back ordered too. I don't know why, but they're booked out for like 2 months and
Yes.
stuff too.
Yep.
I think a lot of people when they got to stay at home with the COVID, they started paying a little bit more attention to their dogs. Some of them, obviously, bad situations had to like donate their dogs and rehome their dogs. But some of them now with the mobile groomers, I find that they're more booked.
Yes.
And so I mean, if you have time and you are at home, a dog is the best thing as far as a companion. If you're working from home, you could literally bring a dog home, and they do take them back if it's not a good fit. But you're saying the 3 days, 3 days, 3
Sure.
weeks, 3 months to
Yeah.
try to actually give the dog
He
a
was
try.
saying after like a weekend, oh no, this isn't working. Well, how could it not be working? I mean,
Yeah. Well, too, you get the dog on a Friday, Saturday night. You're 100% with the dog the whole weekend, and then you go to work
and
on
you
Monday.
bolt to work.
Yeah, and then you get home, the dog maybe chewed something
You have
up,
a
and you're
sweet
wondering
face.
it's not a good fit, or
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Or if you have cats, some of these dogs may not have experienced cats, but if you introduce them right away, it can be an issue. Well, there shouldn't be any hurry. You can leave the cats. I have baby gates because I have a recent rescue, and I have baby gates in segments in the house,
Right.
so that I can limit the exposure. And so when my new friend, when he's not, when I'm not able to directly watch him when I have to work, he has to be crated or in an area that's baby gated away from the
Right.
cats because we're learning that we're not going to chase them.
right,
And they are less interesting as time goes on. In
Yeah,
the beginning, we were
exactly.
so excited, and
Yeah.
so sometimes it's just a matter of time and patience.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
space, right? So when you do rescue your dog, you shouldn't have a barbecue for it that
Yeah,
afternoon.
yeah, true.
Right? And
yeah,
it should not have the run of the house.
yeah, true.
It needs a contained space
Yeah,
to decompress and figure out what is going on.
yeah. Where am I at? Yeah,
sights,
new smells,
sounds,
new,
smells,
yeah,
sure.
everything. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Yeah, I don't really. I guess people just don't even think about that because they
I'm excited.
Yeah, they got like the new toy,
Sure.
and that's what a lot of
Yeah.
them come back during Christmas time, stuff like that. Is because literally they treat them like a toy. Got it for the kids, and now we're into March, April, and these puppies or these dogs,
They have
the
no
Christmas.
manners.
Yeah, they have no manners. Christmas wore off, and now we can't take the dog anymore. We can't handle the dog, or, it didn't work out, and they didn't realize what they were signing up for. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, pets are work, and
Yeah.
some people, they take them on and they don't realize quite how much work is involved.
yeah,
But
they just
are.
maybe they just see them on
Yeah.
TV and think, I don't know, like you're gonna go get
crack me up how many people are going across the country in RVs and their pets are going with them.
yeah.
Like, it is really funny. I mean, they're traveling.
Yeah, the dogs are going with them. You know what, though? I see on a lot of lost and found pages, too. So your dog's traveling with you to make sure they get chipped because,
Your chip is up to
yeah,
date.
because
Yeah.
if your dog gets out at like a,
Yes.
at the actual truck stop or something like that, it's not a, and
Finding
it's,
Rover is important at
yeah,
that point.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to make sure it's up to date and stuff, definitely. Yeah,
Cisco
so
is in
cute.
love with John. That's so funny. He keeps looking
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, so through the behind the scenes, there's John who owns this place, and the dog is just staring at you, and he met him, so he might be really good with he likes us ladies,
Yes.
but I think he must have had a man owner at some point too, because he really keeps just staring at John.
Well, I have to say, I'm bribing him totally because it's
Yeah.
the pepperonis again, and I know that he likes the soft treats.
You come with the stuff.
It's like, you notice he's like, hey, there's that bag, and I hear the crunchy.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's good. He knows how to sit and
What a
shake,
good
and everything's
boy.
so good. Paws.
Boy.
He is.
Yeah, he's so good.
You're
He's
a
like,
good
got any more?
boy. Next.
Yeah, he's like, can I have another one?
He's a good size. Like,
Yeah.
I would say he's a medium dog, but his coloring is fun.
Yeah.
But he's
Pretty.
not kind of fine boned.
Yeah, he's not a big, he
If
probably,
he jumped on your bed of
Yeah.
your elderly parent.
yeah, he's
He's
not
not
going to
crush anybody.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and he doesn't look like he'd jump up or anything. He's real mellow. So we were talking, last time I know you had, because I stalk you guys on Facebook, so I saw that the Huskies he got a new home, or she.
Yeah.
Sasha did, yes.
Sasha, okay,
And
the
Shiva
girl.
got adopted.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good
Yay,
news.
Shiva.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how many dogs do you guys have now?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask,
Approximately.
and I was in a hurry this morning. I saw Nikki. Nikki has not been adopted yet.
Oh, okay.
So Nikki did come and visit. And then
Who's
I
that?
know we had,
John.
I want to say,
They're 4.
yeah, so this
Nina,
one and
Oreo.
Nina, that's what I meant instead of Nikki. Nina, yeah. Nina, Oreo, this one, and I don't remember the
The
full.
shepherd with the big ears. The black
Oh,
one, she's
okay.
Still there.
Oh my gosh, the one with the teeth.
Mhm.
Aw.
I know.
That's like my dog does that too. He puts his teeth on you, and they're like, "Is he gonna bite me?" And I'm like, "He's," because he's an underbite.
help it.
So yeah, so she is kind of like that whole. She's a beautiful dog, though.
She
you know,
really
she's
is.
black.
Yeah, we
Pretty.
were talking to me and one of the other volunteers, and she's like, I don't know why nobody's adopted her.
I don't know.
But she's very sweeit.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just because she's like with her little teeth grin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, some of them though will, they'll like my dog will grab you with his teeth, but not push down, but like drag you, like he'll like kind of pull you. And it's funny because if people come over, they're like, "Is he gonna bite me?" You know. Sit.
Good boy.
Good boy. Shake. Oh, nice. Other one. Nice. I'd like
Stop
his
staring
eyes
at
are
the
crossed.
Batman
Yeah,
emblem
he's
on
very
his nose.
focused on that.
Yeah,
treat.
his eyes are crossed, so they're so close. That's awesome.
I
So
feel like we need to expand his repertoire a little
Yeah.
bit, but we're not really there yet.
Yeah.
So,
So tell me about, you guys have cats too. You have some cats left as well?
Mhm.
Any ones that stick out like that are like description wise or no?
So when I went in this morning, they were cleaning the cat cages, so I didn't really get a chance to look at them because there's
Okay,
a
but
lot of
there's
motion.
quite a few- yeah.
Yeah, but we have quite a few. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so dogs 100, is that right?
Yep.
Cats
Cats are 50.
50. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
And then if you get puppies or kittens, they're a little bit more.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think they, from what I understand, because Suzanne corrected me on this one, cats and kittens are 50, and
Okay.
but puppies are more than dogs.
Okay.
So
Okay. And then when you get them, they're up to date on shots. And then do they come chipped too, or?
Yes.
You can, okay, that's good. Yeah, because the chips, that's real important, especially, because a lot of them, that's how they come missing in animal control, and you're getting them. Do you guys know you might not even know this, but I know if a dog goes, say you find a dog and you put it, you can't find the owner, how long do you have to hold on to it?
3-day stray hold.
Oh,
I
it's
just learned that yesterday.
3
as a matter
days?
of fact.
You would think it would be, oh no, that's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your dog after 3 days. Is that right?
Yes.
The shelter,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shelter's
Yes.
dog. Oh, okay.
So, but with the chips, there is a service where they put the dog's photo on now.
Oh, nice.
So on your phone, there's photo face recognition.
Oh, wow.
So if you don't have a chip reader, which most of us don't, but we all
Yeah.
have a phone, you can pull up the app, and when you have the dog
Oh, wow.
roaming around the neighborhood
You can put that on as, oh, wow.
for face recognition.
Oh,
So
that's neat. I'll be doing that.
I learned that yesterday.
I didn't know
too.
anything about that.
I know.
That's
pretty
awesome.
neat. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't think that they would have face recognition for dogs yet, but they do for people. So,
Right.
you know, that's amazing. I know I had found a dog on Decubulus driving through showing houses, and the chip, I was going to take him in, and then the animal control thing was on his, had a little necklace, animal control. I called animal control, and then they gave me the person's name and phone number. So I called them, and they didn't even know their dog was outside. It was in River Ridge. And I was like, I have him in the car. I'll just bring him back over. And they said, okay, we're working from home. We didn't realize he got out. And literally it was, he almost got hit by I didn't really go into great detail with them, but I was like, yeah, car swerved, but he almost got hit by 4 cars. Yeah, so I was like, I got to stop. And the dog's jumping up all over me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to an appointment and smell like a dog,
Did they offer you an interior detail?
Yeah, no. No, they're like, thanks. Thanks for my dog back. Well, thank you guys for coming again and bringing Mr. Cisco here. And we hope that he gets adopted soon. I'm sure he will because he's an awesome dog. And thank you so much. And also special thanks to our sponsors. We have Nightberry Title Services and also Delynn Gaston at the mortgage firm. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.